What's good, people? We're back. Welcome back to 12th Man. This is London. We've got okjersey.com in the house as our sponsors. Make sure you're clicking on the link, and in the description, we've got it pinned in the live comments as well. If you use the code 12Man, you will get 8% off, and all of the World Cup jerseys are in. Please go and support your nation and get the kit here. You can get any name and number on the back as well. And if you are not interested in international football, then just go get your club's jersey. All of the kits are there from this season, and it won't be long before we start to look at next season's jerseys as well. So go show them some love, please, people. We've got Lawless in the house. We've got Javon here. We've got Deji who's on his way. D's on his way as well. Always a little bit late, those guys, aren't they? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's standard for them. But we're here, and we're live. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. You're following Lawless Live and Javon on social media and YouTube. And, of course, following Deji Spurs and Back of the Nest D Palace. As we talk about him, he's literally just rocked up. So it's four of us. Look, there's a lot to talk about. I'm happy this weekend. I've had a very good weekend. Deji will probably be doing a lap of honor because he finally hasn't lost. Javon's going to get cooked because Chelsea are cooked. And well, my good brother West Ham Lawless has done me a favour this weekend. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know where we should start. Lawless, where shall we start, bro? Where shall we start? Like, come on, talk to me. Where do we start this weekend? There's a lot to talk about, bro.
Well, you know, obviously, look, everyone's wanting to talk about yesterday, your game, our game, implications for the title, implications for survival. It all ties into one big subject, really. So it kind of makes sense.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
First and foremost, Dan, I think we need to fall back and actually respect what has happened. I think I need to be speaking before Lawless because he had a draw, but I'm above this fella. And this guy had the audacity to tell me that at the end of this weekend, he would be above me in the league. Well, how do you like them apples, mate?
Did you win? Did you win today? You sound like you won today.
Did you win? Did you win?
Have you won a league game in 2023?
Were you expecting my club to get a point at Anfield with 15 of our first team players out? Was you expecting that?
To get a point against Man City?
Bro, you were at home.
Don't matter at home. It don't matter.
You were at home fighting for survival, bro. Bro, you ain't done nothing special. Man City, we drew them. And we beat them. Man City, we drew them and we beat them. Look, let me just say this.
You got the game handed to you.
Let me say this. I am one of the biggest advocates for the Premier League in world football. I love the league. I love how we've constructed what we've done, and we've made the Premier League the best league in the world. However, I will say this. This is one of the dustiest leagues I've ever seen in my life. And I say that because every single team has really just rolled over and given Arsenal the title. Look, I accept Arsenal. Well done. Well done for being consistent. The only thing I would say to you, Dan Potts, is look at Liverpool. Look over your shoulder. If you shake your bum and you don't do things properly and you don't start winning with intent. I told you that Slot was on Fraud Watch last season. You couldn't see it because you don't see that far ahead. I did. And now I'm not surprised at Liverpool. And so I would say that everyone's giving Arsenal the league. Knock yourselves out, you take it. But as for me and my club, we showed the mettle. We showed the fight today that would enable Spurs to stay in the Prem. And I am absolutely delighted with it. I'm delighted by that performance. More so that the boys showed fight. They showed that they're still in this and they're not just going to just give up just like that. So we're going to talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about Arsenal, and then let's talk about Spurs in that order. And then if we have time at the end, we can give Javon 2 minutes, because right now, since he's come on this channel, his team has been absolutely pathetic. And I don't really want to hear anything that Javon has to say this evening.
Well, speechless.
No, it's not. No, it's not speechless. I'm not going to speak to someone that low below the table that's scrapping to stay alive.
It's pretty, you know that.
For him to speak to me, he's going to have to use a translator, and I would like you to be the translator, Dan.
Can you come up with something new? Have you got? Can you come up with something you haven't heard before?
It's not even something I've heard. Why am I speaking to you, Dan? Can you translate for me, please?
Come up with something new. Nothing like, oh, they were below in the... Bro, shut your mouth, bro. You lost to Newcastle at home. Are you a disgrace?
And you've lost to half the league. Going through two managers. You've lost to half the league, gone through two managers. And what have you done? What have you done?
Ever since your sugar daddy left you, where have you been, mate?
What have you done?
What do you mean, what have I done? I won a trophy last season.
And you won two, so what are we talking about?
Let's not be real, bro. We're not talking about the holiday trophy, the trophy that you won.
You take the holiday trophy right now, and to be able to win that holiday trophy, you would have to win the Champions League. Look at him. Look at him. He's a feisty. You're very feisty. You know, you're very feisty. You know what he is? You know what you are? You're like one of those puppies. You're one of those puppies. You're just one of those puppies. You see go along the way. You say hi to them, they bark, and then they go ahead.
When did you start supporting Chelsea? Was it last year?
No, sir. Started supporting Chelsea years ago.
Years ago, yeah? So I'm going to ask you a question, and I hope for your sake that I don't do too much damage to your YouTube rep. Do you know how many trophies you won before your dad arrived?
By that, I'm assuming you mean Abramovich?
You know your daddy is.
No. First of all, no Russian white man can be my daddy. Hold on.
How many trophies did you win before daddy arrived?
We won a few. We weren't the most dominant. We won European trophies.
I need a figure.
No, man. We won a few.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to help you with that?
No, go ahead. A few.
Okay. Let me help you. Before dad arrived, you'd won 11 trophies in 80 years.
Mm-hmm. People, please bookmark these figures, because watch what I do.
Since you didn't know the numbers.
I didn't say I didn't know the facts. Go ahead.
Yeah, since you didn't know the numbers, let me finish. So before dad arrived, you won about 11 trophies in about 80 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the last 20 years, you've won about 25 or 27 trophies. Mm-hmm. That was under Abramovich.
And that puts us about 36 trophies. And under this new ownership, we won another two, so that's 38.
If not for daddy, you wouldn't be here. Yeah? So be careful how you chat to heritage. Yeah?
Okay.
Arsenal is heritage, United's heritage, Liverpool's heritage, my club's heritage, Everton's heritage. Do you get me? Have some respect for yourself. Do you understand, bro?
So you know what I'm going to say now? Within those 25 years and those we've amassed 38 trophies. How much trophies has you won? And let me give you the Europa League. I watched up Europa League, by the way. You realize the last time you won a trophy before that was when we gifted you a trophy in the cup final in 08? Since we wanna go history. And let's go further before that. How much trophies has you won? Pre-Abramovich, during Abramovich, and now. Please answer the question.
I'm gonna have to apologize to Dan Potts this evening. This show is
please answer the question strictly.
About to go really left. I think I'm speaking to T-Pain, who's in love with a stripper.
Oh, and I'm speaking to a washed up. What's the word? I'm speaking to a washed up knockoff Timu version of Expressions. Oh wow, we've seen the script already. Black guy, hat, support Spurs, struggles. Oh, it's a Timu Expressions. So you want to go there?
You want to go there, yeah? For real?
You know what you are? You are the knockoff version of Chris Tucker and the knockoff version of that. You know who the knockoff?
Where are you based?
It's the Young Fly, and you're the knockoff version of that. So stop this. Stop and pace. Stop this copy.
Where are you based? Where are you based?
Brother, ask me a question. What's wrong with you?
No, because you went there. You called me T-Mill Expression. Where are you based, bro?
Oh, so you calling me?
I didn't call you T-Pain. I said you must be in love with a stripper. That's what I said. But you went there and that was a low blow. Where are you based?
A low blow. My apologies.
Where are you based, bro? Because you don't
worry about that.
From what I understand, all you do is run. So I don't even know what you're doing there chatting about football, bro.
So because of my lineage and and Jamaica is known for track and field, we can't talk about football.
You can't.
Why?
Because all you do is run.
Isn't there running in football?
Bro, get out of here, bro. I don't even know what you're talking
All
about.
right, yeah, man, done. So for the proceedings of the show, if you want to say something about me, matter of fact, he can speak about Chelsea, but he can't chat to me directly. You know, get up the league table. Get up the league table.
How did we get here?
He started it. I didn't even say shit. He started it.
We're supposed to be talking about my club and how great we were.
Dave doesn't understand some of the jokes that I'm saying, so he took it left, which is completely fine. It could be an international thing that we have to deal with these days, and that's totally fine. But you know, Javon doesn't know what he's talking about. Unfortunately, he's never kicked a ball before.
I've coached, I've played, but that's all.
You haven't coached. You've coached baseball. You ain't coached football, bro.
First of all, man, I like baseball. You burn up. If you're gonna say a sport, say another sport. Say cricket, not baseball.
Bro, I didn't want to go cricket, bro, and really just pigeonhole you. You understand? So I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
What has happened? My Wi-Fi has been moving mad. I've come back and these two are going on about Jamaican runners and cricket. What's happening here, man? I've literally been out of the picture for about 5 minutes. What has been happening here, man? Lawless, apologies, man. I had to hand it over to you, man. I couldn't hear anything that was going on.
I've just been chilling, eating popcorn. I've just been chilling.
I've missed it. I've been in and out.
Like you know what? It's two teams, right, that are not very good right now. I'm sorry, Javon, right? Yeah, you can talk about trophies history, right? You're not very good right now.
And that's fine.
Spurs aren't good right now. Like, let's just the reality of the facts, right? It's two bums fighting, right? When it comes to the form table, we can talk about the league table. Let's talk about the form table, because form is what matters, right? Form is what gets you where you want to go. And in terms of form, we're one of the best in the league, yeah, on form. So let's just have some respect for West Ham United. Obviously, Arsenal are doing their thing.
Well, let's start with you then, Lawless. Is that draw kept you up?
Listen, that's a huge statement. It's a huge statement. From what we've been doing, we've kept the momentum going. Like, to get to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. You see the scenes afterwards, then to have Man City to go a goal down to Man City and come back, and to the point where we almost could have won that game. Like, we are a good football team. Now, we're not doing results-based analysis here. We're watching performances. Like, Spurs fans, they're doing results-based analysis. They've been so starved and muddied, right, all year round, that they're fucking overreacting and getting so hyped on this draw at Anfield when Liverpool were absolutely diabolical and should have wiped the floor with Spurs, right? Spurs were just not good.
When should they have wiped the floor with Spurs? Because Spurs was the better team today.
Come on.
You
were the better team. You had a few good chances. That doesn't make you the better team, man.
Apart from the free kick that was shot right in the middle of the goal and Vicario should have saved, what other opportunities did Liverpool have?
The amount of times Ekatike missed one near the end, that you had flipping Salah.
Ekatike skied it to the exit. That's not a chance if you sky it to the exit, bro.
But no, yeah, it's a chance.
Van Dijk should have been sent off. Richarlison had about 3 or 4 opportunities saved, and he scored. That's the team that should have won. I remember that was Spurs' B team, not our A team, our B team. We went to Anfield and we put them to the sword.
The delusion is insane, man. It's insane delusion. Delusion. I don't know what the hell you were watching, because I did a hate along to that game, yeah. And the amount of times Liverpool had the ball, like Spurs could not pass to save their lives.
But position of the ball doesn't translate or doesn't equate to quality of chances. In my opinion, Spurs should have won today. And I'm just analyzing the game. Spurs should have won today.
Well, I'm analyzing the game. Liverpool should have won today. That's my analysis. They should have won the game.
Nah, I mean, is that Javon?
A few decent shots directly at the keeper doesn't mean anything.
This brother seeing things in 3D. There's no way in hell. Even Liverpool fans will tell you Spurs deserve to win that game today.
It was a dead game. Like, it was a dead game. You're getting carried away. Tudor in then. Is it Tudor in? Yeah.
Bro, I don't. Can I be real though? I don't know if it is Tudor in.
Well, he's staying now. He's staying. So you better be happy.
Let's just put things into perspective. West Ham played their full strength team pretty much against Man City. Spurs, this is our back three. We had a back three of Dragushin, Danzo, and Pedro Porro. I mean, look at Dan's face. He can't even believe that it happened, but that's the truth. That was our back three with Archie Gray and Pap Sarr in the middle. And the fact that we came away from Anfield with a 1-0 draw, that is more impressive than your performance with your fully strength team.
That's not fully strength, though, is it? Because we didn't have Somerville. We didn't have our best player, right? If we have Somerville in that game, we win yesterday. I guarantee you, because Somerville is so integral to the counter-attacks. Bowen's not quite quick enough. We was getting behind them, but Bowen don't have the speed to go and beat players like that. So Somerville would have been a huge boost. And I honestly think if with Somerville, our most informed player, our best player right now, we win that game yesterday. So that is massive.
Like, so one player.
What?
One player.
Yeah, our best player, our most key attacking player.
We're missing 11 of their best players today.
Yeah, but no one cares because you've been shit all year. It don't matter what player. Van der Ven's in, Romero's in. It really don't matter. Like, you're shit. And the point is, yes, you got a point at Anfield. You still haven't won in this league in 2026. We're halfway through March, and you have no wins in the Premier League. You're shaking your bum violently.
Can I be real, Lawless? It must be a damning indictment on your club, where in 2026 Spurs haven't won a single game, and you're still below them.
We gave you a head start. How many points ahead of us? You were like 13 points.
You're still below them.
Because you were like 13, 14 points ahead of us.
Or maybe you're just not that great.
Well, we're better than Spurs. Like we are one of the most informed teams. We've lost 2 games all year. We've lost 2 games all year in this league, I'm pretty sure. No, we're not 2 games all year. We lost 4 games all year. 4 games all year we've lost.
Let me ask Javon. Where are you at with these 2 teams, man? Which of these 2 look like most likely to stay up at the moment, Javon?
I'll be real. I tip Tottenham to stay up. And I hear what Lawless is saying regarding the informed team, but being informed does not necessarily mean anything until it changes on the table, on the actual table. And I'll tell you, I'll tell you things from my perspective.
We've closed the gap. We've closed the gap. So
you close the gap, but you're still not out of relegation. Here's how I'm relating it to it. Rafinha has only lost 2 games since he came in for Chelsea. Look where we are. We're still floundering in 5th. You see what I'm saying? You can be the most informed team. You can play the best type of football, but until those points are on the board, and until you're actively climbing the table above relegation and or for me into top 5, into top 4, then I'm not hearing the form argument. That's just my opinion. And
that's a nonsense because you got to be able to project, right? So we're projecting where teams are headed, right? So you look at the team, right, that are picking up more points, right, that are performing the best, that have the best morale behind the scenes, that have the momentum, right? So you're projecting that team is, on a higher trajectory than the team. So we've closed the gap, right? So Spurs are doing that, West Ham are doing that, right? So what we have to, we can't. What's the point if we're just going? Oh, it don't matter because we're still.
But you're not. And what I'm saying, one thing you're missing to take into consideration. Yes, you're still doing this, but it's not like the team above you are in strictly free fall. If they win 1 game, they still go ahead. You're still playing catch up, is what I'm trying to say. So until you catch the team and go above them, then I'm not necessarily watching the form team because same thing. We're things since Rafinha came in. And I'm equating this to the top 4 race. Since Rafinha came in, we're still one of the most informed teams in the league. When you look at the league table, it's not saying that. Yes, we pick up points, but the people above us are also picking up points. Hence, we're still playing catch up. And it just takes 1 or 2 bad games for that inform to switch, to not account for anything. So that's the aspect that I'm looking at it. I get where you're coming from and you're right, but we have to factor in the other aspect. So if Spurs win 1 or 2 games, it might be out of your hands. I'm not saying you can't.
Like I said, they ain't won a game all year in the league. So like I said, it's a big thing. So now that they're going to suddenly go and win more games in their last what 8 than they've won all year, like they you know what I mean? It's a big ask, and for that team,
like Lawless. Look in the mirror. You're talking about win more games. We've won the same amount of games, bro. Do you know what I mean? You've won 7
in the whole season. Yeah,
over the whole season. So the fact of the matter is, you do have the harder run of games towards the end of the season. Spurs needed a result. I'm not saying that today's result has guaranteed that Spurs are going to be safe, but what today's result has done is given us a bit of hope. Do you know what I mean? And if Spurs go on to get a result against Nottingham Forest, it's over, bro. Like, we will be safe. Do you know what I mean?
You mean a win?
Yeah, if we could beat Nottingham Forest next weekend, bro, then it's still game on. If we lose, it's game on still. It's still game on. We're not out. We're not down.
So you're saying if you win, you're safe. If you lose,
but who's your next game?
Villa.
Yeah, and then after that, is there a way that we can put up the run of games?
I can try while you're chatting.
Wait. Let me send you this thing, Potts, that Rich sent me the other day at this event, because it's got all the it's got all of the flipping fixtures in it, right? So where is it? What Rich sent me? I'm going to forward it to you. You can put it on screen, and then we're really going to see. But this is this thing of like, oh, we have the hardest games, and like, you know what I mean? We've just gone.
Are you shaking? Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you shaking your bum because you drew with a poor City team?
Well, this poor City team pisses all over the poor Liverpool team, for one. 2, our record at home against Man City is
Javon and Dan Potts and Javon, do you think City would piss over this Liverpool team?
Well, City beat them.
Yeah. And since Javon is all about looking at the table, let's look at the table between Man City and Liverpool. Who's higher? That's what we like to do here.
I agree with you both, because let's be real. How did Forest get on against City? 2-2. How did West Ham get on against City? 1-1. How did Spurs get on against City? 2-2. So all of you have drawn with City. So I don't think we should be shaking bums drawing to City. But I will say,
I don't think
in the last few weeks, I've probably watched the same amount of time, the same amount of minutes as I have with West Ham, Forest, and Spurs. And for me, West Ham have showed the most fight in the last few weeks, in my opinion, from what I've seen. And it has been quite little. I'm not going to say I watched 90 minutes of West Ham, Forest, and Spurs. But right now, I'm tipping West Ham to stay up. I am. I think Forest and Spurs, whoever loses that game, I think are down at the weekend, next weekend. So
regarding that, the fixture thing, I think.
Yeah,
both
just trying to put it up 1 sec.
Both City and Liverpool are poor. I think the reason why City dropped points is because if you look at all those teams that you guys just listed, those teams are something to play for. West Ham fighting for survival, Nottingham Forest fighting for survival. So they had a bit more about them than this Liverpool team. I think half of the time this Liverpool team is staying up is because of quality. They don't really have that fight, or the level of fight that those teams that are fighting for relegation has. So I don't think Liverpool could step to City because they don't have the same fight in regards to beating them. But at the same time, City has deficiencies. So any team with a bark, any team with a hard enough bite can get something out of the games with City.
Yeah. Objectively, Man City have been much better than Liverpool this season, right? And the thing is, we want to compare. I'm pretty sure they didn't have Semenyo and Gahey when they played Spurs, no? Am I right in saying that? Yeah.
No, they had Semenyo.
That's Semenyo.
They didn't have Gahey. Okay. So, you know what I mean? And I think we faced the tougher Man City. Of course, they're not peak Man City. Okay, here's the fixtures.
Wow.
So
that Forest and Spurs game is mad. That's going to be mad for me. I think, Lawless, you've got 2 horrific ending games. You've got to hope that Arsenal win the league so we don't have to beat you.
This isn't the full Maybe. Oh, it's cut off by the banner at the bottom, I think, because we've got Leeds as our last.
Let me
thing.
turn
Oh,
the
yeah,
banner
yeah.
off. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Leeds
So
at
look
home
at
at the
this.
end.
I
That
mean-
could be massive as well, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, because Leeds are still in it, I think.
I
Like,
think
we
they'll
don't
be out.
talk about Leeds, but Leeds are right in there.
I think Leeds will be safe by then. Personally, I think Leeds will be safe.
From-
And let's be real, yeah. We've got Arsenal, right? Arsenal, the
Leeds
league
are
could
in
be
it.
wrapped up right now. And I don't know your team like you know your team, Pops, right? If your fucking team are Arsenal, if they bleed cannons and shit, yeah, then surely they're gonna want to lose that game if the league is wrapped up.
I'll be real. If the league's wrapped up, I don't care if we lose the whole other games. As long as we win this league, I'll happily lose others if that means that you're happy, Lawless. I don't give a damn. If it means that Spurs go down and we have to lose,
Spurs, right? You're telling
then
me
I will lose. I hope we lose because that Son missed on purpose. So, you know, I hope Spurs go down.
Are the players Arsenal? Are they really Arsenal through and through? Like, if it meant sending Spurs down and the league was already wrapped up, would they lose that game? Right?
I think I'll be real with you.
Do
right?
they shit cannonballs?
I have Arsenal to drop more points. I think all teams will drop more points. The games I think will drop points in is the Etihad. I think we'll draw that game. I don't think we'll beat them, and I don't think they'll beat us. The other game is West Ham away. I think we'll drop points in that game because you're fighting for your lives.
Yes, but
I don't know if it'll be wrapped up by then. But I don't know if it'll be wrapped up by then. But I think we will drop points there.
Will they lose on purpose to send Spurs down?
I hope so.
That's like if you're Arsenal, if we
won the league and they go down, I can retire. It's beautiful. It's the best season ever.
If you want to make if you want to make the fans happy, like if you're Arteta, right? If you know what the Arsenal fans want, you play the reserves and you say just chill, just have fun.
But you know what, Lawless? I'll be real. I would have normally said, nah, be professional, win every game. This is the Arsenal. Don't ever want to lose to West Ham. But after what Spurs did with us, and Son went through and missed on purpose, yeah, they can go down. Let's lose to get them down. Let the fans deserve it.
There we go. So look, their fixture run, like this idea that we've got the hard run, like I'm not seeing it. Yeah, we've got Arsenal at home. League could be wrapped. That's probably the hardest fixture. But Villa are in poor form right now. Right, Wolves, yes, they're improved, but they're still down there and muddied.
Crystal Palace is a dodgy game. Everton's a dodgy game. Newcastle's a dodgy game.
I don't think Palace is that dodgy. Palace couldn't beat a 10-man Leeds. Their focus is on Europe. If they're still in Europe by then, their focus is on Europe. So let's keep it real.
And Leeds, you got to go Stamford Bridge, Villa Park, and Stadium of Light. There, G. That's tough, bro.
Yeah,
that's calm. That's calm.
It's calm, is it? It's calm. Really? It wasn't calm when Palace rocked up to your manor, was it? That weren't calm.
We haven't played. The issue hasn't been Spurs away from home this season. I think you've forgotten. The issue has been Spurs at home. Spurs away from home. And we were top of the away league table.
And Spurs Forest, where is that game? Are you home or away?
Brighton, Leeds, and Everton. That's the issue.
Forest, tell me, are you home or away to Forest?
We are home to Forest. That is an issue. That is an issue. I'm not going to lie.
You've won 2 home games since April last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think whoever loses that game of Forest or Spurs goes down.
Yeah, it's going to be. It could probably be a draw. I don't think Spurs win that game. Right, touch wood, don't curse.
But I don't think. I think Forest. Looking at Forest fixtures, I don't think they'll stay up either. I don't see them beating United. I don't see them beating us. I don't see them beating Aston Villa.
I don't think they beat Sunderland away either.
They're not beating Bournemouth. I'll tell you that for free.
What, at home? They can beat Bournemouth at home.
They never beat Bournemouth, man. Bournemouth's their bogey team. Ask Wolfie, they ain't beat them.
Yeah.
I tell you that. Maybe Fulham away, they get some. Maybe Fulham at home.
Burnley at home, they'll win. They'll win that for sure. They'll definitely win that game. If they beat Spurs and Burnley at home, they can pick up a few draws. That could be enough for them.
I want Marinakis relegated for the nonsense he did earlier this season. Get that man out of here.
Yeah. I mean,
you would rather see Forest go down than Spurs.
I'd
like to see Arsenal go down, but that's not going to happen. So
yeah, but Spurs can go down. Spurs can go down.
I don't really beef with Spurs.
You want Spurs down out of the free, right? I lie. You want Spurs down out of the free.
I mean, it's a free 3 points every season. We spoke about this, Dan. It's a free 3 points every season. So I'll let them stay up. My club right now, we need all the points we can get. So if I can get a free 3, I'll take it.
That shows you just how mudded Chelsea are. Like you've got bigger problems to worry about than them giving you 3 points. If that's the case,
we'll come to Chelsea, man. We'll come to Chelsea. This is a good comment from Jenny. Big up to Jen. Hope you're well. She says that Arsenal can win the league by game week 35, which is at home to Fulham. Then we go to West Ham after that. And if we win, the boys are coming to you hungover, not giving a shit. There you go.
There we go. I'm telling you what, if anyhow they beat us, they take points off us, like when the league's wrapped up, they're not Arsenal. They're not Arsenal.
But we could take points off you and then they still go down.
Yeah, but we don't take risks like that. We don't take risks.
But then this is why it's shit from Liverpool. Liverpool today is the most embarrassing. Do you know what? I'll say it. I know this is London, all right? And Errol will get a load of shit tomorrow night. Liverpool are the most embarrassing club this season, along with Tottenham, by the way, because they've spent £500 million and they're a shambles. They look absolutely disgraceful. And today, to do what they did and turn up like they did against Tottenham, the only team that looked anywhere near them in terms of level of quality is Liverpool. And they're the team that spent £500 million after winning the title.
What was the lineup?
That had a 10 out of 10 transfer with
that wasn't Spurs' strongest lineup. That was our B team. But
exactly.
But Dan says like we're down there with Liverpool. Like no one talks about the fact that Tottenham has a terrible injury crisis. I don't talk about it because
you know what annoys me about you Spurs fans. You keep going on about it, Deji, but you want managers sacked.
We had 14 players out. 14 players.
And you still want managers sacked, even though you got all these injuries.
You know why? Can I tell you why we wanted why do you think we wanted our manager sacked?
Because he's losing games and they're not playing.
Let me explain why. Even with the players that is still available, if used correctly, you get results like tonight. That's been the issue. These guys are not using the players correctly. But prior to this game, even this game, I still think there were some questionable decisions that the manager made, but we're going to look past it because, Spurs got the draw. The issue has been less about the manager. Look, we started off well against Crystal Palace. Van der Ven got sent off. I think the Arsenal game was a dud. You don't put Palhinha there. Our main issue is that he's playing players out of position. If you listen even to Sky Sports, Tim Sherwood, you listen to Michael Dawson, everyone's saying the same thing. He's playing players out of position.
Frank had injuries. Why do you want Thomas Frank sacked? He had all these injuries as well, and these players missing. Why did you want him sacked? Thomas the Frank.
Bro, because when the players weren't injured, he was still losing. So it didn't make a difference.
But do you know what? Because your players are shit, mate. They're not as good. You sit there and think, oh, once the players come back, we're going to be a serious team. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
We're not. Tottenham fans are not asking for the players to come back, and we're not actually saying that. What we're saying is, with the players that you've got, find the system, make us hard to beat, and try and stink out the place, which is exactly what we did today. That's all we've asked for from Igor. We've not asked for anything more than that. We weren't even asking to win today. We just asked for a fighting performance. Had he started off like this, maybe you wouldn't be chatting to me the way that you are. So Tottenham, look, we're muddied. We've had a terrible season, but nobody talks about the injuries. Neither do Spurs fans. But sometimes when Liverpool doesn't have the same level of injury crisis, they're muddied. Like, how can you have your full team at your disposal? Remember, managers will always say, we put out our strongest lineup for the game. So Arne Slot genuinely believed Ekitike and Salah weren't good enough to start this game. Clearly, because if he did, he would have started them. Do you get what I'm saying? That's a different issue. That Slot is a madman for not playing his best players. Igor has no choice. That 12 that he had at his disposal was all he could use. Do you get it? And that's the difference. So put some respect on my club.
No, I will not. I would not.
Yeah, minus Isak, but Isak is one player. Spurs have got 14 players missing. Not one. Not Somerville. West Ham, one player. And then Lawless will lie to you and make us believe that Somerville was some sort of Yamin Lamau, some sort of Max Dowman. Bro, bro, Leeds sold him, bro. He's minor.
They sold him because they was in the championship and they had no choice. What you do? Whoa, let's not do that. Let's not sack like they sold him because he wasn't enough.
So I'm gonna ask Deji this. I'm genuinely interested. What's your first 11 when everyone's fit? And then let's count how many of those players are out right now. So go through it because Vicario starts in goal.
So Vicario, starts right
back.
Yeah. Then you'd have Romero.
Yeah.
You'd have
he would be. He's not injured. He just can't stay without a red card.
Yeah. You would have Romero. You would have Van der Ven. You would have your doggy. You would have a midfield that probably would have been Palhinha or Bentancur. Would have been starting. Maybe even Conor Gallagher wasn't Then we would have had Odebear would have started definitely over Tell. We would have had Kudus, your boy Lawless. He would have definitely started. Do you know what I'm saying? That, bro, like that's pretty much our whole lineup.
So truly, hang on one sec. Really and truly, you're missing Kulusevski, Kudus, and
Maddison.
Madison.
How can you say that? Madison starts as well. I forgot about Madison.
Madison all season, really.
Come on, bro. No, but he's saying all about
there's 4 players out.
Bro, there's not 4 players. How is it 4?
Well, I'm just saying, from your first 11, there's 4. Here we go. This is it. Here we go. King Hoddle's come out, right? Vicario, he's fit. Udogi is not fit. I lie.
Yeah, he's not fit. Van der Ven,
Romero, but they're not injured. They're just suspended.
6, 7, 8 players.
Bentancur, Madison, Kulusevski, Solanke, Kudus.
Palhinha is not a starter, surely.
Palhinha would start. Yeah, he would.
He's been holding the bench. I've been seeing him come off the bench for Spurs.
Who?
Palhinha.
Look, Palhinha, but remember,
Sarr is actually one of your better players. I think
it was between Palhinha and Bentancur.
Deji don't rate Sarr. Deji thinks Sarr's a bench player.
There were 8 players missing. 8 from that list.
Deji thinks Sarr's a bench player, obviously.
Why do honestly, it's Tottenham fans make me laugh. I don't watch Tottenham like you, Dej, but I see more from Sarr than I do in Bentancur.
I agree, but you asked the question. This is the reason why Frank ain't in charge. This is the reason why we were having issues with Igor. They weren't playing Sarr. I would have played Sarr, but you asked the question: who would have started under those managers? Perhaps Sarr doesn't start.
I don't know
That's
why.
The truth.
I think he's one of your better players and one of the most underrated.
No,
players.
he is. He doesn't start.
Yeah,
and
what was hilarious, by the way, we didn't even touch on this. We'll move after this, but I've got to say this. Igor Tudor walked up to one of his own coaching staff with a bald head, thinking it was Arne Slot to shake his hand. Now that is so Spursy. You can't get better than that. This guy is on his own.
Whoever, I'll say this in all equality. Anyone who signed or chose Tudor as an interim manager, he deserves to get sacked. You're telling me this guy came in and made Spurs worse? No manager bounce. You show no tactical flexibility, not even to be defensively solid in this time.
Apart from today.
Yeah.
From today.
But yeah, the reason why I'm not counting today, look how much games he messed up.
Yeah,
I don't want to. What I'm saying, I don't want you to latch on today. I'm just looking at his own entirety of his tenure.
Right.
He's horrendous.
No, you're right. 100%.
You could have gone with a Sean Dyche. You could have gone with anybody else with experience in the league temporarily just to stay up because the league is lost. There's nothing to play for other than survival. And he came in and made you worse. Nah, man. Get that man out of here.
That could have sacked him. They could have lost and sacked him today, but they'd have kept him. So,
well,
hey, Lola, just fall back. I don't know how you are doing this kind of lean back figure, bro. You're still in the relegation zone. Do you understand that?
Okay, by goal difference.
Oh, bruv, whilst you're still there, bro, fall back and listen to us.
All right, let me do these super chats, man. Do me a favor, people. Make sure you hit subscribe button and like, please. We're literally about 6 away from 57,800. So if everyone could hit subscribe now, we should get there tonight as a 12-man community. So let's do it, people. Jonathan Kramer says, no going down for Spurs. They need to stay up and get what could potentially be coming to them next season. No hiding in the championship for you.
I agree. He's like, legends should be in the Prem.
No, I think he's saying he'll go down next year.
I think he's saying you'll go down sooner anyway. Abdi says, I see as win Premier League at West Ham and they go down. Rice celebrates in front of Lawless. Deji said, high fever will catch Arsenal. Now it's the worst league. Wow, there's a lot in that super chat. Big up.
Can I just quickly say something, Potts, right? I have rattled Arsenal fans to the point that they would rather see West Ham go down than Spurs. It means more to them. Like, that is the level of rattle that I have rattled you Arsenal fans. And I'm proud of it. Like, that's amazing. Like, your bitter rivals, like the team that you should hate above all, right, is a team that you would want to see stay up over West Ham.
Look, it's very rare, and Potts, it's rare, Javon, it's rare. Can I just back the Arsenal fans as well in the chat? Having to stream with this fella on a weekly basis is by far one of the most tiresome thing I've had to do. And I can't wait to see the back of Lawless. I won't be answering any messages from this fella when he's in the championship. I can wait a whole season to see when you get back. I apart from that charity stream, yeah, you ain't seeing me.
Chest is back out all of a sudden. Look at that little shitty fucking smash and grab draw, Liverpool. His chest is way out. And by the way,
it is way out.
Arsenal fans, if you're not already rattled, let me just tell you this, right? Congrats, you've won the league, but guess what? It's World Cup year. No one's going to give a shit come the summer. Like, it's going to be forgotten.
Man. Well, first of all, we ain't
no one's going to give a shit,
first of all. Yeah.
First of all, your little month of celebration.
But everyone, no one cares about the World Cup that much, man. Come on. Timsy says, I'll never forget.
It's the biggest competition in the world. It's the biggest.
No one cares so much anymore, man. Trust me. Do you care?
No one will care about Arsenal.
No one cares.
People, you know what the mad thing is, right? And people care.
Can you take the comment out of my face, please? Thank you.
Getting relegated.
I'm trying to read it, but Lawless won't let me read it. I'll never forget 2-0 loss to West Ham in 23-24. Beat them. There we go. Yeah, do you know what? I'll never forgive him for that either, to be fair.
People care more about Spurs getting relegated than Arsenal winning the league. That's how mad it is the media's been talking about. Like, it's crazy.
No, you talk about rattling. I think we have rattled everybody. It's crazy. I've never thought winning the league would make so many people cry, but it has.
If you was rattled, if
I was hated, but oh my God.
Did you see me celebrate yesterday? Like, because I even said on stream, like, I don't give a shit about the league. It's literally been the deadest title race ever. I don't give a shit.
Because you'll never win it. That's why you don't care about the league. If you were competing for it, I'm pretty sure you'd care.
That's a stupid statement because in previous seasons, I've cared. I've showed an interest. But now,
why?
I don't care.
Can I ask? So hold on now. Can I ask Deji and Lawless a question?
Yeah.
Why? It's a two-part question. If you guys were competing for the league and on the brink of winning it, would you call it a dead league? And if so, why is it a dead league?
You wasn't here last week. We can't dread up this debate from last week. This is
no. We can. Javon, I will tell you the truth, bro. As shameless as I was when I celebrated the Europa League, the truth of the matter is it was dusty, bro. Like, even the fact that we won, it was we won. However we won, it was rubbish. And we won a trophy. We see Ange today shaking his bum, saying he did something significant at Spurs. This donkey almost sent us down as well, bro. So I would say to you, in last season, it was dusty in terms of Liverpool winning the league. And that's why I was saying that fraud is Slot was a fraud, because we could all tell that it wasn't that Liverpool was that good. Everyone was that bad. Dare I say, this season is the same. Arsenal hasn't really come out of gear. If you speak to any Arsenal fan, including Potts, he will tell you that Arsenal aren't playing good football, but they're getting the results. And everyone else, City, pony, Liverpool, pony, United, okay, they're on the up. Even you guys, pony, you know, by your own standards, Villa, pony. So I do think it's been dry. I do think it's dusty. And look, I'll be shameless. It's a Premier League trophy is a Premier League trophy. But deep down, I'll be saying to myself, boy, we were lucky, bro. Like no one even challenged us, really, which is what happened last season with Liverpool.
I won't care. I'm not going to sit here and say it's an exciting league and it's brilliant football and everyone's buzzing for it. I couldn't give a damn. If we win it and we lift it, I don't really give a shit. All I will say is this. If we were fourth right now, nobody would be talking about it. Nobody would be talking about it. They'd all be talking about Arsenal being fourth, but they wouldn't be crying about how Arsenal playing football and how we're winning by set pieces and how we're only scoring goals by this. It's because we're top. Liverpool were top last season. What did we do? Arsenal fans as well. Oh, everyone's crap. Liverpool are just the best of a bad bunch. We heard it. Manchester City. Oh, there's 1-1-5. It's the only reason they're up there. Liverpool win the league. Oh, it's the COVID Cup. Give an asterisk to them. They don't deserve it. Stop the Premier League season. The only team everyone was okay with what winning was Leicester. Everybody else, Man United. What's that?
Leicester did earn that title. No, but look, Dan.
Everyone earned it. Everyone in the league earns it and deserves it.
In years to come, nobody's going to chat about this and that. You're going to have 25, 26 Premier League champions. But whilst we're here in the moment, we can say legitly, and you can say, bro, this has been crap. You can say that. It's calm. It doesn't take anything away from you winning your trophy, but it's rubbish. Can't lie. I agree with Javon. It's crap.
It has been a poor year, but I don't really think that matters to me. Like, if I'm going to be celebrating it, I'm going to be celebrating. I'm not going to go, it's such a shame the World Cup's on and no one can watch Arsenal win it. As if I give a damn, man. The streets aren't ready if we win this league. Everyone knows it. They're just trying to dumb it down. That's all it is. So you think I've waited 20? I was 16 years old when we won this league last.
Struggle, real.
I'm 38. I'm saying. So I was 16 when we last won it. You think I'm going to care? I'm going to go mad. So
the only thing I would say, and I feel like I'm looking to you, man, them on the panel to give me my props finally. Everything that I've been telling you guys for the past 2 seasons about trophy doesn't mean that you're a good team is played out with my club. I will say that Arsenal, with the level of dust, and I asked this question, and most Arsenal fans have said yes, but are you prepared to win the Premier League title this year, knowing that with this level of dust, you probably won't win the Premier League for another 30 years? Is that what you want?
That's a load of rubbish, by the way, because we won it this time, and then next season, everyone gets better next season. Everyone's untouchable.
Let me tell you why that's not a load of rubbish. I told you that Liverpool last season, who won the league, that everyone was shaking their bum for, including you, Potts. I said they were not playing any football. Look at them this year. Now you're
he kind of has a point, you know.
You ain't playing any football, mate. So for you to now turn it around next year, it ain't gonna happen. Are you willing to?
I'm not saying we're gonna go win everything next year. I'm not saying that we won't win nothing. I'm not saying.
I don't think you win the Prem or the Champions League in the next 20 years with this crap.
That is not. You can't even.
No, hold on. Let me phrase what he's saying this way. You remember that, Deji? Let me phrase what he's saying this way, because I don't think people are understanding where he's coming from. He's saying you're not playing any great, consistent attacking football where you could say, you know what? If they continue, who's going to stop them? It's more so everyone else being bad, and if we can figure out some of the set pieces in these key moments, then some of those goals you score and some of those games you won, you won't win them.
Cool.
Which leads me to this question. If Arteta wins the league, which it looks like he's going to, you're going to keep him on for next season.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
As much as I hate this, I agree with Deji. And here's why. Arteta has shown that over the years, his attacking play in terms of fluidity and scoring multiple goals and getting these and unlocking these attackers to their full potential, he has a padlock on him. And if you continue like this, it's going to catch up to you at some point. No, I'm not saying it's going to catch up to you next year, but it's going to catch up to you at some point.
Okay, name me then, Javon. Name me the teams that are playing blistering football that Arsenal got to worry about. I'll listen.
City might be back next year.
Might be.
Chelsea as well.
Anything I say it's going to be a might.
Manchester United might be. Chelsea might be. This is all might be. This isn't like. All I'm saying is this. I don't sit there at the moment and go, no one's catching us. We're unbelievable. But at the same time, I'm not looking behind me going, shit, we better win it now because look at these 4 teams here. They're untouchable next year.
You should be. You should be.
Who?
You should be. Who? Bro, look at that Liverpool team.
4 teams.
No, listen up. Look, we're gonna unpick this because you Arsenal fans like to do this cognitive dissonance thing where you want to pretend that you can't see what everyone else sees. I'll pull it out for you.
You're Tottenham fans, so I understand you know that. I know you know all about that.
Look at you just described Liverpool being a disgrace, £500 million team. That team is still £500 million. Put a decent manager in there like a Xavi Hernandez, Alonso, someone else who knows how to work with that players. That's a different beast. For me, I've said it on this show. Remember, we sang it to LB. Pep has run his course with City. I don't think Pep's a bad manager, but you can come to a time in your life, in your career as a manager, that you've done your job for that club. They bring in fresh blood like a Nagelsmann. Boy, that all of a sudden, they've got good players. They become a beast. Chelsea, they bring in another guy with again, good players already, just someone who's able to put them in the right places. They are a beast. You saw you're seeing what Carrick, who Man United fans do not want as a manager, one change has done to Manchester United.
And they still have squad players.
Come on. It's very possible.
Okay, I've listened to you and I've respected what you said. But I still ain't scared of Manchester United under Michael Carrick or any of the other teams you said. Xavi Hernandez doesn't scare me. He got sacked by Barca. Xabi Alonso got sacked by Real Madrid. I don't care if they take over Liverpool and Man City. Right now, we have got the best squad, and I'm not having any excuses. We need to be winning trophies, and not just winning the league. We need to go and win multiple trophies now in the next few years with this squad. And if Arteta can't do it, then yeah, we do need to look at Luis Enrique or someone. But right now, he gets till May to see what these trophies are that he's lifting, because everyone's suggesting that we're going to win more than one. So go do it. Go do it.
I'd argue even if he wins the league, you should sack him for the betterment of your club long term. I'm just putting that out there. I mean, I agree, but I think that's what you should do.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one who says that. I would say go win the league, prove you can get this team across the line, then you get another year. If you can't then do it again and he wins nothing next year, then we can talk about that. But for me, I think it's incredibly harsh to go and do something that no one's done for 22 years and then sack him. But I get the high credit in the bank situation and the fact he's under pressure. But for me right now, I don't understand where this is all, but Arsenal got to win it this year because they're never going to win it again. I don't look at the teams around us and think that. But you could be right. You could look at a match.
But see, what I said comes with a caveat. That caveat is focused on Arteta. I'm pretty sure if another manager comes in, you're playing a different level of football attacking wise because your defense is already on lock. So that's why I'm saying if you do win the league for the betterment of your club long term, I'll still sack Arteta.
Who plays the best attacking football in the league? Is it Irigoyen?
I'd say City, Bournemouth, but City when they turn it on.
City, I don't say they
when they turn it on.
Yeah, to be fair, like City moved like when we was playing against
City, when they turned it on as well. They were playing some good stuff until they got
we play good attacking football.
We're all saying different teams. My point is there's not an answer. My point you just said Villa, no, Bournemouth, no, Villa when they turn it on, City when they turn it on, Villa, Arsenal play nice.
But these were all the teams that play better attacking football than Arsenal. But obviously Arsenal are top of the league because you know what I mean? Like you've done, you deserve to be there. I'm not saying you don't deserve to be there.
But my point is still the same. I don't see anyone at the moment. I think shit. I won't want to play them. Jesus, look at them. They're going to be 4 or 5 here. There's only been 6 games this season. There's been 6 games this season that have had more than 4 goals scored in the game. 2 of them are Arsenal, but we're shit 1-0, 2-1. So it's all crap. It's all bollocks. It's all hatred because we're top of the league. It ain't great at times. But this is the way it is.
You've been dusty though.
Yeah, no, I do admit it. But what I'm saying is the crying is just hilarious to me. The crying is hilarious.
What
There's
we're
no
saying
team
is,
in this league that's playing unbelievable football, Deji. That's my point. There's no one.
you're right, but what we are also saying, and I don't know why Arsenal fans are getting all giddy in the chat, we're also saying that their style of play is not sustainable.
Yeah.
But whose style of play is sustainable?
Well, bro, do you know what? Win the league.
Well, that's what we're going to have to do, brother. I tell you,
Win
because if
the
we
league.
play that, it's
And
win the league.
you know
That's
what?
I've said
And next season will be like, we told you so.
Yeah.
All right. Just like you did when you said Liverpool come 7th and they won the league.
Bro, but then look at them now.
Right. But you said they come 7th last year.
No, it didn't happen then, but it's happened. So that means I clearly saw something.
But you also said Spurs are coming 3rd this year. What happened there? Did you mean 3rd from bottom?
Well, do you know what I mean? Look, you can't get them all right 9 out of 10 times. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Let's move, man. I'm not going to go into it because I went into it last night. Big up to Max Dowman. I'm not going to ask the panel what they think because they'll say that he's overrated and all this shit.
No,
No. I rate Max Dowman. Don't do that. Don't do that.
His mum looks more like his big sister. Like, have you seen his mum?
I thought it was his sister. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
That's madness. That's a madness.
He for me, he is going to be unbelievable. I have seen some brilliant players. I think he's going to be unbelievable.
But do you think Arteta is going to allow him to do so? Given the pathway to do.
Otherwise, he can get sacked if he don't. Because if he ruins him, then honestly, it's mad. It's crazy.
Can I be real? As much as it loathes me to say this, I think on that move alone, you deserve to win the league. Because no other manager in the Prem with a game that has so much stakes riding on it would bring on a 16-year-old, no matter how good they think that player is. Max Dowman is...
I appreciate that, Dej. Fair play to you. Fair play.
Yeah, Max Dowman is a generational talent. What a player. Nobody can say he's not. I mean, he's our version of Lamine Yamal. The fact that he had the kahunas to play him in that game and for that boy to do what he did yesterday is absolutely fantastic for football. And you can tell that I'm not a total fraudster. Sometimes if they deserve it, play it. That's a young lad who's worked his way up through the system. Arteta has shown a bit of faith in him, put his arm around him, and he put out an absolutely sterling performance. Something that I would love my club to do. My club's an absolute disgrace. You wouldn't think we're based in North London with the way that our academy is moving. So on that alone, you man deserve to win the league because he's the reason why we won that game. Anyone else, you draw that game against Everton.
Big up to you for saying that. Let me say this, right? And I hope this don't happen. But I've seen Wayne Rooney and Theo Walcott go to a World Cup with England. Are we going to end up taking this kid because all of our other players are stinking out the gaff? Foden, Palmer, Saka. Or do we need to not do that? Because I don't want it to happen, but I've seen stranger things.
Why don't you want it to happen?
Because I don't want him going there and playing that and getting injured. I need him fresh for the next season.
Too much. But the thing is, as well, we've seen it with other players, man. Like too much too soon, you just burn the kid out, man. Like
I agree.
For his sake.
I hear it, but he hardly played this season. He hardly played week in, week out. It doesn't matter
like about hardly. We're talking about like you start throwing him in tournaments, and next season you're going to throw him in, and he's going to be going
done his GCSEs yet.
He's 15, 16. Like he don't need to be going and overexposed like that. It catches up quick, and we've seen
I hear it. I hear it, but I still take him on the plane. You never know. I still take him on the plane. Give the kid exposure. I still take him.
Really? Wow. That'd be amazing. Let me do these supers, and then we'll close on Chelsea.
You can skip Chelsea. You know, you can skip Chelsea.
We ain't skipping you, brother. We ain't skipping you. Just to be clear, other than London, other fans around the world don't see Spurs or West Ham as rivals. I don't care who goes down. Oh, shots fired. Ray says, with the level of dust on Deji's beard, nobody's going to notice how empty Spurs trophy cabinet really is in the Championship next season. Oh, dear. This one's from P23. In the last 3 seasons, Arsenal have scored approximately 248 goals in total. The only team to score more is City by 14 goals. Wow. Tell him
Okay.
again. And
that
then
mean?
Jonathan says, how can you say the style of play is not sustainable after saying they've been the most consistent team all year? Great point.
Well, I didn't.
Sustainable meaning long term,
That was
season in, season out. You can be sustainable over a season, but can you do the same thing next season when teams are sussed you out, when teams figure it out? What after?
Well, you know what, Javon? I just want to win this year first before I worry about next year. I got too much riding on this, man. I got 4 trophies that I need to be winning. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to win them all. So let's see.
Can I just put up this? The comments seem to be getting quite giddy about the fact that I said that Max Dowman's are Yamin Namal. What should I have said? He's a young, up and coming, exciting talent coming from the UK. What do you want me to say? Do you know what I mean? I'm comparing him.
You're spitting facts, bro. You're spitting facts, bro. Don't let him worry about that, man. You're spitting facts.
What is wrong with that? I don't actually get it.
Nah. They don't want it to happen. They don't want to accept the everyone. When I said, "Oh, he looks brilliant for his age," everyone said, "Not as good as Joe Cole or Ravel Morrison or Rooney." I said, I didn't mention those names. I just said he's unbelievable. They just want to always say it, man. So just let them say whatever they want to say, man. Let's come to Chelsea because Javon, your team are dusty, bro. Like, let's be real. Your team are dusty, yeah. And I don't know what else to say. Like, I've tried to explain to Chelsea fans, they don't want to listen. This new manager is coming out with madness every single time I listen to him. He's chopping and changing the goalkeeper now, so he doesn't know who number 1 is. The back line's a disgrace and has been neglected for the best part of a few years now, in my opinion, since you've had the likes of Thiago Silva go. Then you look in your midfield, and I'm seeing your best right back playing in midfield. And then up top, there's only really João Pedro that's firing. All the rest of them are looking dusty. I mean, Cole Palmer is doing his best audition to be the worst player in the team every time I see him. And Newcastle cut through, literally carved you open. It was a pathetic performance, mate. And I'm looking now, and I said a few weeks ago that I don't think Chelsea get in top 5, and I got crucified for it. That's a disgraceful thing to say. And I'm looking now thinking, they better hope Villa keep dropping off and that Villa and that Liverpool are shite, because it might not happen. Sorry, Deji. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was just going to add, and Javon, if you could just also add something about Pochettino, because the level of disgrace, the way that people were cussing Pochettino, all of a sudden now, it don't look so bad, the job that he did with your club, innit? Too quickly, Chelsea fans were saying, Pochettino was rubbish, look at him, he got us 6, blah, 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 couldn't manage the team. And I was like, really? Are you sure? Because since Poch has left, Cole Palmer ain't been the same. That's a fact. So explain yourself.
Man zoomed in. Well, I'll start by saying I'm not one of these Chelsea fans that's going to come here with cope. I'm going to call it as I said, right? And the way I see it is this. I'll start by saying this. This team, to me, looks like a team where we're 2 either bad decisions away from becoming mid-table, season in, season out, or competing to win a league, competing for higher levels of the league, right? So, I saw your faces. What do I mean by that? If we could get quality in attack, and when I say attack, just the left-hand side, because we have quality on the right, in the 10 position, and up front. If we can get a backup striker, that's worth something, that's not the lap. If we could get a left winger, that's worth something, that's not Garnacho, and get proper centre-backs, then you're looking at a whole different team. Let me speak about the team where it's at currently. Where this Chelsea team is at currently, the Newcastle game summarize it, right? If you saw how we conceded that goal, it was miscommunication in the back line because we like to step up to keep a high line to catch people offside at times. If you look at that, it was a miscommunication. How does that translate to where the team is? Look at the rest of the game. We created nothing. We created absolutely nothing. Pick up the ball, pass it side to side, take possession of the game, and no one really taking a crack at it. I don't know if they had one eye on the Champions League, but when you look at the Champions League, we're 3 goals down. It might as well be 3-0. Rafinha is a man to me that talks too much. I get it. You just come in the club. You want to have good rapport, the reporters and with people, but it's too much yapping. In regards to the defensive situation, he created a situation that didn't need to be there. We all know that Robert Sanchez We all know that Robert Sanchez isn't the best goalkeeper in the world, but on his form this season in this Chelsea team, he was competing to be one of the best players of the season. Sure, he made 2 mistakes against Arsenal, but Arsenal is one of the best teams in the league. Is the best team in the league right now, and are probably going to win the Premier League title. So you can afford him a bit of grace in that sense, because he saved us multiple times this season. Chelsea fans, don't be short-sighted. He saved us multiple times this season. So there was no need to drop him. And Jurgensen, whenever Jurgensen has played, whether it's under Enzo Maresca or under Rosinia, every time he has featured, he had made a mistake. He's too slow on the ball. He's too slow on the ball. He's weak when he's going for certain shots. He has a flimsy risk at time. Right? So with all of that being said, I'm gonna call it as I say, we look like a mid-table club right now. I just hope Villa keeps falling, because I don't see.
You're getting top 5, bro.
Honestly, not at this moment. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see where a spark comes from unless we can somehow turn around that PSG game and that gives us a spark. Otherwise, from that, I don't see where anything is coming from. But Deji, the reason why I say turn that game around, because it would be so monumental. You have to take nothing but momentum from doing that. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's not going to happen. So I don't know where the spark is coming from, because you spoke about one of our right backs playing in midfield. That's something we've done consistently this season for extra defensive stability. If we had a fit Romeo Lavia would play there, and Reece James would be at right back, like you see later on in the Newcastle game. Lavia comes in, Reece James goes to right back. He's only there for extra defensive stability in playing in the bigger games. But apart from that, there's nothing. there's no creativity in midfield. Enzo Fernandez tries to make the late runs to get us goals. That's not helping. All of that is dried up. So yeah, I don't think we make top 5. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm glad you said it, bro, because I don't think you will. Deji, what do you think, bro?
I don't think so. But the thing with Chelsea that I'm not getting, and I think Javon, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and at least you've got a bit more of a level head than Don. Like, what are you man doing though? Like, why are you bringing a Rosinia when you can bring in a Nagelsmann? Like, why? Like, everything you're doing is almost on par with Tottenham. Like, Rosinia from where? Like, from what has he done to be at the helm of Chelsea? Like, that's almost as bad as bringing in Igor Tudor. So for me, like, Chelsea ain't moving like a serious club from my perspective. And when you don't move serious off the pitch, you don't move serious on the pitch. We're seeing it at Spurs. We're seeing it at your club. And I think if you, man, don't fix up and go back to what made Chelsea, this could be the beginning of the end. You guys could go back to being mid-table, 7th, 8th, that type of thing. Because this season, you could finish that low.
Yeah. And let me answer your question first. This comes from having a consortium and having a partnership owner. So you have Egbali. Egbali's philosophy is trying to find the next big thing in all areas, not only on the pitch but also in management. Which is why Maresca got a shot. Turns out Maresca is good tactically. Yes, he's a horrible band manager, but he's good tactically. Which is why when Maresca left, you thought, okay, let me go get a manager with a name. Let me go get a manager with some form of mental behind him that's going to give us something. No, they still went for Rosinia because they quote-unquote see Rosinia as being the next big manager. And also, Rosinia is not going to make certain requests that a manager with a CV behind him is going to make. So he's looking for, I don't want to say yes men, but he's looking for a manager that doesn't have anything behind him. So when they ask for certain things, you kind of have to give it to them. Which is, look at the players we signed. We signed very young players with nothing behind them, with no major accomplishment. Yes, they may have quality. Yes, we do have quality. But when you look at it, in the past, would we have signed a Joao Pedro? Absolutely not.
No.
You
wouldn't have signed Garnacho either.
Yeah, we wouldn't even have signed Cole Palmer, if I'm being honest, in the past. So they're going down
Facts.
he's going down that mold, and he's being steadfast with it. The other owner, when he was signing the experience, the Sterlings when he was good, the Koulibaly when he was supposed to be good.
Yeah.
It's too contrast in philosophy, and we're under the philosophy where they want to stand the next big thing. That's just really what it is. Because you can't how do I come to a public show and quantify this? There's no quantifying this. I just fuckery. It's just the truth.
You man are moving like an American franchise. I call Tottenham now the London Jaguars, aka the Dallas Cowgirls, and I can't lie, you guys are very similar. Like, I'm looking at the way Tottenham is run, I'm looking at the way Chelsea is run, and you can see it with Tottenham this season. When you don't invest right and you don't do common sense football, bringing people who know the job, bringing people of substance, winners, people who know the game, then the signs are pointing that Chelsea is heading down, bro. Like, if wherever you finish this season, you will finish lower next season. That's the way it's going, unless you sort it out.
I agree with you to a certain extent. If they do not change the philosophy this transfer window, because if you go through, let's say you go through my team, I genuinely believe we need three players tops. You get a competent left winger and get rid of Garnacho. You get a competent centre back, because these centre backs are not the leading centre back. They're not the Ramirez of a Tottenham. They're not the Saliba of a. You get what I'm saying? That centre back, and then whoever you pair with that centre back, that partnership can become something good. We need that leader centre back, and get a better goalkeeper. Yes, Sanchez has had a fantastic season for his standards, but he's still not the number one guy. I say if you can somehow sort out that and give a competent backup to Joao Pedro, if you want to throw in a fourth player in there, that could see your trajectories going up. Because what's happening is when those other players are not playing to par, the ones that we rate, the substantial players are too shit. There's no in between. There's no Martinelli at Arsenal. Martinelli is not considered one of the best players in the team. But when he needs to show up and produce for his team, he does that. We got Garnacho, bro. We got Gittins. Pedro Neto fell off a cliff.
Okay, Javon, let me ask you this then, because I agree.
You talk like that,
I agree. You need those four. I would say you need those four players, but give me the four names that you would like to see come in. Like, you don't have to be exact, but what sort of names do you want for those four positions? Goalkeeper, two centre halves, a winger, and a striker. What are you saying?
Give me a centre back like Bastoni. Bastoni has reached the level where he can step in. Give me a left winger. All right. I know we probably won't get these guys, but I'm looking at a competent left winger. I'm not asking for world class. I'm competent. A Barcola. Right. I know his finishing is shit, but he's still better than what we have. Right. You can look at Kvaratskhelia. You can look at Adesi Doué. Remember, PSG has 4 or 5 wingers competing for 2 spots at a time. You're telling me you can't go over there and spend some money and take one of them off their books? If you can't, what kind of sporting director are you? Do you get what I'm saying? Look at the goalkeeping position. You have Schotterbeck at Dortmund. You have Diego Costa at Sporting. And again, I'm a content creator. Screw the content creator thing. I'm just a fan, and I'm picking out names that are way better that you could get within your budget.
You could get Kelleher from Brentford. I think he's a.
Thank you. Look within the league. You could get Ndai from Everton.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to go and sign world-class players. Just sign competent players that can help the team, that can move the team up a level. And people, when I say Kvaratskhelia and people like that, I'm just using them as an example. When Kvaratskhelia was moving from Napoli to PSG, why weren't we actually attempting to sign him? That's the level of incompetence I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? You're looking at long gone are the days where the top clubs in this league will look within the league and look at some of the better players within that league and go and sign that best player.
So based on that, Javon, then we know that the issue is not necessarily Rafinha. Rafinha's come in and he's inherited this squad. If you don't get Champions League, do you give him time to maybe mold players, get players in the summer, or does he lose his job?
before I look at Rafinha, I don't want to look at the sporting directors. Because at the end of the day, they sign whatever manager they sign. They sign whatever scrub players they signed. They do get credit for some of the quality ones as well. But how often are you going to chop and change the manager? How can I place the blame on his head when he only got half a season? We were already outside the top 4 when he came in. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, at this point, the common denominator for all of these struggles are the sporting directors. If the sporting directors stay and they did sign quality and we're still here next season, then you have to look at the manager. But for now, I can't. It's just wrong. I can't.
Fair, bro. Fair. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So
I think you will go into this summer exactly how you was last summer. I've got to be honest. I just think Chelsea will do what they did before. They'll go and get a winger that's 23 or 21, and there's now coming that Quender's coming in. I just think you should owners, bro. Like you say, Javon, I agree with you. They get one chance this summer to say, right, have you learned yet? And if they haven't learned, like Chelsea will just be floating around top 4. They won't be serious.
We'd be a mid-table team.
That's the way I see it.
We'd be a mid-table team. You say top 4 being generous. We'd be a mid-table team because this is also going to have a knock-on effect. Whatever quote-unquote better players, they're going to start looking outside.
Yeah.
Enzo Fernandez, Moses Caicedo. You have clubs like PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Cucurella. The better clubs in this league, they're going to start looking at our better players. We'll say we won't sell them, but these players want to win trophies. They can't waste their best years with us. Again, things got to change.
Facts, bro. Facts. Let me do these supers and we get out of here. This one comes in from what's happening here? Samson. He says 3 years of challenging. Is that not sustainable? I totally agree. I think that is mad. This is class. This isn't a super chat, but Deji. Dan, can you ask Dej this question? He keeps ignoring. As a Cardiff City fan, when can we collaborate?
When we equals.
When we equals quality.
Ah, that's hilarious. Chelsea Corner says they won't change. Win, lose, or draw. Blue coat out. There's a lot of the fans that feel like this. Jonathan says FA have shut down the way Bowley operates in America now that he's lost. In the US, he signed superstars on 30-year contracts, high money, but deferred payments. Yeah, I just think it's a madness at Chelsea. Let's just say it how it is. Honestly, it's absolutely crazy. And I just don't think it's sustainable. I don't think this is going to be efficient enough to get Chelsea back to the top. But that's just my opinion. I could be muddied and I could be wrong. Listen, people, do me a favor. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much for allowing us to get to 57,800 tonight. You lot are legends. Make sure you do hit subscribe and like. And you're following Deji Spurs and, of course, Javon as well. You'll see Javon on lots of Chelsea channels ripping at Chelsea. And make sure that you're showing some love to the channel. And okjersey.com as well.
I'm currently mudded. Sorry. I'm currently mudded, so please don't follow.
People will be following you, bro. That's for sure. They absolutely will. But big up to all the moderators as well. Big up to all of you for helping support the channel and all of you guys for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you're showing some love to OK Jersey, and you've got your nation. The World Cup shirts are out, so go and get your name and number on the back of whoever you're supporting. And of course, you can get your club jerseys as well if you haven't done so. So make sure you're doing that, peace, people. Links in the description, and it's in the live chat pinned comment section. Now, we'll see you next time. We're out of here. And as always, up the Arsenal. Latest, people.
Peace.